Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show. #1 on Facebook.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Loud. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. You're in for one incredibly awesome and amazing ride on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Tonight we have Killian Mcmann in the house. Welcome to the show, Killian.
Thank
So
you for having me.
let's talk about your racing career, Killian. How did it all begin for you?
It all started since I was a young baby. My dad used to race late models. He was all over the country. So just being there at a young age and just being at the racetrack all the time, that's how it really kicked off.
Okay.
And
So which series did you kick off in? Quarter midgets then, or?
I started off in actually USAC karting.
Okay, you said that 25 quarter
And
midget
it's
karting. Yeah. So
yeah.
so
We
when
kind of switched up to
you switched up to what? What was that, Killian?
a go-kart.
Go-kart? Okay.
It's a
So
little
when you
for me. I'm sorry. A go.
so Killian, when you first started out, did you have instantaneous success with your go-karting, or?
Yes, I actually did. First race we ended up getting a first place and going on to win a track championship. Did the go-karts for 3 years up until 2019.
Okay, and then after 2019, what did you get into?
Bandolero, that's when it all started in 2020. We went down to Charlotte, and then we didn't find instant success in the bandos, but we went out to like the local tracks like Corgan Royal Speedway, Flat Rock, a couple of those. We won a couple of races there, and that was it. Then this year we've been struggling, but been finding more pace.
Okay, so I've been struggling a little bit this year, but finding more pace. Okay, so Killian, let's talk about your racetracks that you race on. What is your favorite racetrack to race on?
Oh, I have so many. Uh, if I have to say, it has to be Barberton Speedway. That's one of the best tracks for a bando. Just it's so you can just race the track, and if you have bad equipment, you can still run up front. It's so fun, and everyone doesn't just like, yeah, I can be going a lot down, but I'm still gonna race you. So fun there. I miss that place, but
Okay, so Killian, okay, Barberton Raceway. So how big is Barberton Raceway?
it's a 5th mile.
5th mile. Okay. So Killian, when it comes to your racing and stuff like that, let's talk about your race car number. What's the story behind your race car number?
Story. I'm gonna change it here pretty soon, but the story behind my number right now is when I got into bandos, my favorite driver was Kyle Busch. I used to watch named Tanner Holmes.
Okay.
Like outlaw kart, sprint car, and he had the number 18. So I decided to choose number 18.
Okay. So what number are you going to change it here to pretty soon?
Number 2. Sorry about that. I was born on October 2nd, 222. I didn't get home at my house at the time at 222. It was just all twos, so it's a sign.
Okay. That'll probably be a sign of good luck for you. So hopefully.
Yeah.
So Killian, let's talk. Okay. Now let's talk about your racing nickname. Do you have a racing nickname? Because I know I talked to you last night. You said you have a few. So let's hear what they are.
I have Killer Killian, Kid Irish, and Twinkle Toast. Twinkle Toast. That's what I was trying to remember.
Okay. So which one do you like better?
Kid Irish.
Okay. Kid Irish. Okay. Very cool. So Killian, let's talk about the sponsors that help support you in your racing career. Who do you have for sponsors on your race car?
I had so many at the time. Mainly Lonnie Small Engine Repairs. They were the biggest one because they always did our engines, and those engines were always quick. JB Custom, gave us our trailer, and they were the one who paints this car. And that's really it. And I forget to say my mom and dad. They're the 2 biggest ones.
Okay, your mom and dad, and you have a few big sponsors. That's pretty cool. Are you still looking for sponsors, Killian?
No, not really, because those two sponsors are the pretty big ones that we got. They gave us what we need, and I can't also forget Stillwell Racing. They're always there for me.
Okay, okay. So, Killian, let's talk about now. Let's switch things up a little bit further. What is the worst thing you've had happen to you as a race car driver? I know we had that discussion last night. What's the worst thing you've had happen to you so far? So,
Um, my Shrek.
okay,
Round 5 of the summer shootout. It was still going on to. It's still a big deal to this day. Um, I hit a car head on at almost 51 G forces. Sorry,
wow, wow,
I
that's
said one. The most time I was scared in the car was at Tri County. It was this year. We were being clocked at 90 or 100 in the draft.
wow. That's pretty
So
crazy. So, do you remember a lot from that wreck that you had at the summer shootout, or not at all?
the only thing I remember was hitting a head on, and then after that was
Wow. Wow, that's crazy, Killian. That's crazy. So, Killian, let's talk about, okay, you said Kyle Busch was your favorite driver. Is he still your favorite driver or not so much anymore?
not so much anymore. I don't have a favorite driver. There's too many. I mainly got Ryan Blaney, but I don't have a favorite driver. I just root for who's not winning.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Killian, let's talk. Okay, now let's talk about your 5-year plan with the racing. Where do you want to race at in 5 years?
Definitely in NASCAR. It's probably one of the goals I've always been reaching out since I was younger. My grandpa, he raced in the trucks for a little time, and he got not even a win. He got a couple poles. I remember that, but he raced in trucks, and I think to also race in the trucks be pretty cool.
Okay. So then what is your 10-year plan with the racing? Which level do you want to be at in 10 years?
Definitely Cup and try to be a 7-time champion like Jamie Johnson, Dale, and Richard.
So I have a question for you on that, Killian. If you were given the opportunity to race the Indy 500 and top name equipment, would you climb in there and do that extreme race?
I would take it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely. It's the Indy 500.
Yes, definitely. Indy 500 is one of my favorite races to watch, along with a lot of the NASCAR races. But yeah, definitely. I'll talk to you a little bit about who we got coming up next week. I had a huge announcement come out this yesterday, but I'll talk to you a bit about that in just a little bit. So Killian, okay, when you're racing bandoleros, do you prefer road course or do you prefer oval when you're doing your bandolero stuff?
Oh, I like the road course stuff. It's so fun, but in real life, I'm not good at it. But I only ran courses 3 times this ever in my career. But if I
Okay.
have to, I would pick road courses.
Okay, road courses. Okay. So what's your favorite road course to race on then, Killian?
High racing, it has to be Lime Park. It's so fun. In
Yeah.
real life, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Okay.
Charlotte's actually interesting because one part can be smooth and
Yeah.
next part is rough. So you have to predict the track. So that's what I like
Okay.
about it.
Okay. So Killian, let's go in here. Okay. When you're at the racetrack, do you have some superstitions that you go by, like things that you won't do on race day, things that you will do on race day?
I will never, ever, ever walk the track. Every time I did, bad luck. Just
Bad luck.
stay off the track.
Yeah. Yes, yes. So Killian, okay, what do you have in your race car to help protect you from getting seriously hurt?
Actually, have leg braces. And when I hit the car head on, my spindle went through the car and hit my leg brace. If I didn't have that leg brace, it would have went through my leg.
Oh,
So
ooh,
we
yeah.
got we got full containment seats. It was I remember one time my old seat broke, so we had to go to a Richardson and didn't have a headrest, and I felt unsafe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. So Killian, let's talk to Also, let's go in here and let's talk. Okay, when you're at the racetrack, what's your favorite thing to eat at the racetrack?
Charlotte Motor Speedway, they have this little trailer and they have fries that had like paprika on it and
Okay.
some on it. Just and you put a little ketchup on it. So good. There's the best. It's
Okay.
good.
So Killian, let's talk about who works on your race car then. Who's on your racing crew?
Jordan Stillwell, Walter Stillwell, Spotter, Mark. I keep on forgetting how to say his last name, but Mark. I'm not gonna try to say his last name, but and Ben.
Okay. Does your mom and dad help out with your racing team too?
Yes, they do.
Yes. Okay. So Killian, let's go in here a little bit further. So your favorite race car driver that you follow now is Ryan Blaney. Your favorite race car driver was Kyle Busch. Have you met Ryan Blaney or Kyle Busch in your time?
I met Kyle Busch. Never met Ryan Blaney, but yeah, they're pretty both. I heard stories about Ryan Blaney. He's fun to talk to.
Yeah. So Killian, when you're not racing your Bandolero, besides NASCAR, what other types of racing do you like to watch?
F1 and IMSA. I'm
Okay.
a big indoor racing. I think it's so cool. Me and my friends a lot go out and do endurance racing at Atlanta Motor Speedway Park. So fun.
So do you watch some IndyCar stuff once in a while, or?
Yeah. I mainly watch the oval stuff. When they do come up, they do come to Michigan.
Okay.
We always been going to Michigan ever since they've been there. So we've been going there.
Oh yeah. So Killian, okay, let's talk to now going into this part of the racing show. Let's talk about what do you do to help get yourself focused for the racing show? I mean, not for the racing show, but to get in the race car. Sorry.
Mainly music. If you can find pictures, I know there's something floating around. Always have some headphones on, listening to some music.
What's your favorite type? What's your favorite type of music to listen to?
Oh, I don't have some, but mainly rap because they mainly motivate me.
Okay. That's some pretty good music. I'm into classic rock, like 1980s heavy metal. Would you say, Killian?
That's my dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Killian, do you have anything out there you want to say to the kids to get them in a race car to help motivate them to get in a race car?
If you have the dream, you got to go for it. And that's really, if you want to do it really bad, go out and do it.
Okay.
But you got to put a lot of hard work to be where you want to be at.
I'll tell you what, Killian, you ever want to go on a racing vacation, you'd come out here to Iowa. Man, this is Iowa and southern Minnesota is the epic racing situation nowadays. You've got 60 plus dirt tracks out here. That's just insanity.
I actually love dirt track racing. I always want to do a micro. I know they do at Melbridge. I always want to run. But I had the opportunity to run, but that's during the season where everything's going on. You got like a double header, a whole week of racing. So I said, no, not this time. But missed out on a bit of.
Oh, yes. So Killian, okay, now we're going to talk about what I was going to try and talk to you about with IndyCar racing. Coming up next Wednesday night, when I record the show for next Wednesday night, you're going to have to tune in when that goes to YouTube because that is huge, epically huge. I got some big name guests coming on board for that night. Did I tell you who I've got, Killian?
When you called me yesterday, I know who it is.
The Weldon boys, Oliver and Sebastian. Yes.
I watched them race. I actually raced against them once ever.
Yeah.
But I only raced, not Sebastian.
Yeah. So Killian, do you know anything about their dad, Dan Weldon, at all?
They do. He's a two-time Indy 500 winner. Sadly lost his life in 2011.
At Vegas, yeah. Yep. But do you know, as a driver, about his weird collection he had?
No. What was his
he had one of the weirdest collections there was, and he's by far one of the the only driver that I know of that has done this. Killian, collected brand new pairs of tennis shoes. Why is beyond me, but he said the only reason why he collected new pairs of tennis shoes is because every time he gets a new pair dirty, he would throw them up. He says, I'm pretty particular that way. I don't like my tennis shoes dirty. So they says, Dan, why? Okay, how many pairs of tennis shoes do you have in your closet? And he says, come here. So the crowd, the announcer was down there talking to him. And he says, come into my closet. Took him into his closet, and he had over 300 brand new pairs of Pumas in his closet.
God. Had that, but I think because he has so many sponsors, like from Nike, Yeezys, he does shoes too.
Yeah. And Dan's like, when it comes to my closet, my pants are hung a certain way because that's the way I like it. He says, you mess up my closet, that's not a good thing.
Actually, I actually ended up finding a picture of after the wreck happened. I ended up finding a picture of that crash. It's so trying to find a car after it's crashed. It's so hard to find.
Yeah.
You get one specific picture. It's like, man, safety came a long way now.
Yeah, and they said now that his if he would have had a windscreen like they do now, they said that he wouldn't have had the issue that he had, that would have happened back then. The windscreen would have protected him from that. Yeah. And just think about it, those Indy cars are covering a football field a second, and if you have a pile up in front of you, you have no time to react.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Killian, do you have anything you want to say to the kids to get them to come to my racing show?
No, I just kind of got lucky.
Yes.
By just joining somebody's live, and you were there and asked. I was like, yeah, take it.
Okay. So with that being said, Killian, I want to thank you for being on my racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. Can I call you in a few minutes after I get done going live, recording this, and thank you in person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Killian, for being on the racing show with me tonight. It's been my pleasure. Do you have anything you want to say to me before I let you go?
Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you very much. So with that being said, Killian, I'll have you step out and I'll give a little racing news, and I'll call you in just a few minutes.
Okay.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Killian Mcmann out of Michigan. He races bandoleros out there. They call him Kid Irish. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Kid Irish, Killian Mcmann. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about some racing news, shall we? Let's go into some racing news. Racing news that come out is Jimmy Johnson kind of wants to get back into NASCAR a little bit. So, good luck to Jimmy Johnson if he goes that route. But also good luck to Jimmy Johnson. Did pass his rookie test at Indianapolis, so he is going to try and race the Indianapolis 500 next year. And Kyle Larson has locked himself into the championship 4 coming up for the final race of the year at the NASCAR at Phoenix. So congratulations to Kyle Larson. But ladies and gentlemen, other than that, racing wise, Tony Stewart has announced that he is going to run an NHRA drag racing team next year with Leah, with his fiance Leah, and also with Matt Hagan. His fiance Leah will be driving the Top Fuel dragster, and Matt will be driving the Top Fuel funny car. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, nothing much going on except for Gavin G Money Boschel won the micro sprint race last night down at Port City. Congratulations to Gavin Boschel on night 1 of the 3-night race that they're having down there. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Congratulations to Gavin Boschel. Sorry about that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely down there, everybody's going to some big races this weekend. Yet there's some big dirt track races going on. So good luck to them guys that are racing there. World of Outlaws, I believe, is in Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. So good luck to the World of Outlaws series this weekend. Whoever wins that race. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much what I've got to talk to you about tonight. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification button on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. And also, if you'd like to sponsor this racing show, be sure to reach out to me on Facebook, on Messenger, or hit me up on my cell phone number, which is 712-209-7138. Or you can text me on that number too at 712-209-7138. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. And stay tuned because next Wednesday night, we have Oliver and Sebastian Weldon on the show. So when that comes out and is published to YouTube, I will gladly share that all over the place for you guys. So with that being said, have a good night, ladies and